Welcome back to the Alpha Strike, everybody. And this is another episode of Mikeneto's New Recruits, and I'm bringing you today yet another figure from Joker's Wild. You're probably going to see a little bit of a pattern here because I've gotten a chance to play these. I'm pulling out the super rare Joker number 59, commonly referred to as the Killing Joke Joker, because he's in his outfit during the Killing Joke comic book scene where, well, we'll go spoiler free on that one, but he's got the camera and the hat looking like he's on vacation. This figure, I had a chance to run him in Battle Box 2 against Professor Erx, and oh my goodness, for 140 points, yes, he's a little steeply costed. You get Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, and the Injustice League keywords, but everything else he brings with him is totally worth the cost. His trait, the Laughing will kill you. He can use poison, period. When he does, damage dealt to characters with a lower point value is penetrating damage. So with all these point values being scaled down, you're looking at 140 points of free penetrating damage. He also leads with stealth, so you can definitely get him into the fight. Secondary trait, other characters can't use Precision Strike when attacking the Joker. So he's got Mastermind for his first couple of clicks there, which means that they can't Precision Strike you to keep you from masterminding the damage. So really advantageous use of Mastermind there. Always keeps some Mastermind fodder with him at all times. Special defensive power on his last click. Of course, it's a stop click, and then on that click he can use Mastermind as well. So even if you knock him all the way down to that 18 defense with 12 attack and 8 stealth and 4 with a special attack power, which we'll get into, he can still Mastermind off damage to whatever thugs or lower point value characters you have. And coming in at 140, there's going to be a lot of figures. Pretty much the rest of your team is going to be lower value than the Joker. So he's Masterminding off to everybody. And you can't get rid of it with the Precision Strike. Still could get rid of it with the Outwit for the first two, but the last one is a stop click, so it cannot be outwitted. His special damage power, you can use Range Combat Expert with shoots through character bases, or ignores character bases for line of fire, excuse me. And the Joker, when the Joker hits with an attack, hit characters are each given up to 2 action tokens. So this is both for his range and his close combat attacks. If he hits you, I can give you 1 or 2 action tokens. I'm essentially going to push you out. So that's, if you don't have willpower, that is yet another damage you're going to be taking. And considering that he's got, 3s for most of his dial, 2s on a couple of those ones that he's got that special power, I've got Range Combat Expert. I can shoot you for 4 damage with an 11 attack, and then you're going to take 1 additional one if you push out afterward, and then you have to stand there. So, I mean, wow. If there's a lot of things that could have just been comboed with to make it terrible. 6 range with Indom, so, I mean, he could move up there, get him next to people, pushed out, keep his Mastermind fodder next to him, and then push off the poison damage and then push off the damage they're giving you to your Mastermind fodder. He is just amazing for his points. Weaknesses overall, not a lot of damage reducers, but they did make it so that, you've got that Mastermind to bounce off your damage, which can't be Precision Striked. Goes into Super Senses, Toughness late die with the stop click. Again, I'm still saying he didn't have any damage reducers. Really, there aren't a lot of other weaknesses there. He really does strongly depend on that Mastermind fodder. So you've got to make sure to pair him with people. To make him better, make sure you're pairing him with those Joker thugs, because he gets the Mastermind to them even after he loses those powers. His Mastermind power, he could still bump that off to them. He can also bump off in-caps and mind controls and pulse waves, because they become the target of the attack even if it would be illegal. So as long as that Joker thug is outside of the range of the pulse wave, he can still bounce that off. Making him better, figure out a way to give him plasticity. First thing comes to mind is the Lust Relic, which would also give him combat reflexes. So I'm going to walk 10 squares up to you, hide in a square of hindering terrain, plasticity and penetrating poison you to death with an 11 Blades Claws, or if you manage to break away, if you get no more than 6 squares away, I can then shoot you with Range Combat Expert with 5 damage, and keeping those people close to me, like Joker thugs, initiates, pretty well anybody who's a lower point value. Batman enemy TA, you could also pair him with Calculator and Shiva just to bump him up to that 12, +1 to his close combat attacks at range. There's also the Harley that offers that as well. You can pair him with Uncommon Harley so he could bounce off get the bonus to his close combat attacks and then, bounce damage off to her as well. There's just so many things that this guy is just a major threat about, and dropping into sidestep with precision strike, alternating back and forth. This to me is the quintessential Joker. Or 140 points, I know sounds a little bit high, but for everything he is bringing to the table, totally worth it. So I highly recommend using him, getting him. Number 59, super rare, the Joker, also known as the Killing Joke Joker. Add him to your collection, roll him out there, and dominate your opponents in your regular play, or see what you can do about adding him to your meta builds, because I really think he's going to see some meta play. Well, that's everything for the Joker super rare for Mikeneto's New Recruits. I appreciate you guys watching, commenting. Please like and subscribe, and let us know how everything's going. And until next time, remember, strike first and strike hard.